Got no time for them. Anybody who enjoys that is the sick. Watching 25 to 50 hounds rip a fox to pieces and blood and guts going all over. To get enjoyment from that, you're sick. As far as I'm concerned. The same as these people that have cockfights and stuff like that, where they see blood and guts and scratching. Sick in the head. Right, I can't do it sideways because these are on a slope and they're wet mud. And I get a hold of my right hand again. There's some more whitewater rapids just down there, little drops. Nice little water features. Right, down the slope now and go back along past that sturdy bridge with the metal handrails. Then back along past the well and the weir. Then back along past over the railway sleepers, over the little brook. And then back along past the hillbilly huts. Then back along over the boardwalk, past the landslide. Then back through all the little metal gates, heading back towards the housing estate. Right, this is where you've got to be careful going down here, because you can't see where you put your feet. Everything's covered with the leaves. So I'm glad we can get to the fence and get a hold of it again. Stop us slipping. And you feel secure when you've got a hold of something. This is all slippy. Right, reach out for it, that's it. I feel much more secure when I've got a hold of this wooden barrier banister. Right, back along to the new boardwalk that they've built to get past that awkward bit muddy pathway. Right. And walk away from the noise of the A69 motorway behind us there. Right, nearly went there, flipping neck. Stood on a bit of a rock that was slippy and spun his run. Whoa, you bugger. Right, so I'm getting closer and back down towards the burn where you can actually see the water. Now, had I gone across the top of the aqueduct and started going across the other side, I'll be on there and looking over this direction on the other side there. Because the paths just go up and down and round the left, round the right, and just zigzag up and down. And just make your way through all the trees. Then there's some steep parts that you've got to get up. And then a bit of a brook that comes down to meet the river here. So you cross over that, then go up a steep bank on the other side. Right, back round to the new boardwalk they've built. And there it is up ahead, 75 yards. Right, so there's soggy parts here, look, thick, soft mud that you wade through, and more here where they've got these little branches stuck into it. Right, so I'll put that extra bit of plank to lift behind, just to help you step on and step up onto the boardwalk, so to keep out the mud just before the boardwalk. But I'm enjoying the walk because I've managed to do everything I set out to do except find the ruins, but at least I've been able to manage to climb over the gate and walk down that road as far as it takes you. So that was a help. So it hasn't been a complete success, but at least I got to see that it's not there, or it's not easy to find or even approach where it is. Right, this is great. I can't get over this. Brilliant. This new boardwalk I've built. Especially where they put these non-slip treads on as well. So when it's wet and full of snow and ice or whatever, you're not slip over on your ass when you walk along here. Right. That's looking back up. So the only noise I've got is a slight trickle of water. It's lovely. Of course, obviously you're walking through the autumn leaves and all that. It's lovely, very picturesque and nice to film. So if each section of me recordings are 39 minutes each, what I'll do is I'll just cut them smack near enough in the middle, so they're both 20 minutes each. So if I get two 39s, cut them in half, there's 4 videos all 20 minutes long, which is just about the right length for what I do my videos. Right, so back down the path here. And then back along to that sturdy bridge with the metal handrails. Now with we're getting into winter and the clocks have gone back now, it starts to get dark early as well, so you've got to get your filming in your videos in before it starts getting dark, so you've got full visibility for recording purposes. There's a handy little place where the duck and gandoon fudge in the water, get a drink, and there's the path on the other side where I'll be walking along, and then you walk along through all those trees that's fallen over, and then you come to that little brook that you've got to cross over, and then the path goes up steep on the other side there. Right, so I'm back to these row of skinny trees where the pathway past the campsites will bring you out here to meet this main path again. So just here, look where all these trees are lined up like soldiers. So people camping out used to go in that way to set up the camp, then they'd probably come out this way to go back to the road. Right, so it's just a nice steady walk back to the hillbilly huts, then back to all the metal gates, back to Ovington, past the houses, and then climb over the wall again. I'm surprised I haven't seen many more people walking along here. Talking to that, there's two people coming along here now. Have you got the right time, please?
Time?
Yeah.
1:30.
Thank you.
Feels late.
Are you local? Do you do these walks a lot?
No.
You don't do these walks often?
Not very often.
What I was going to ask you about is, do you happen to know exactly where the ruins are for NAFFERTON Castle, which is just the other side of the aqueduct?
Right, no, I haven't got a clue.
Because the last time I went on there, the big gate was padlocked shut and I had the dog, so I couldn't get the dog over. So I've come back to do it again, and I've just been along there the second half over the other side of the A69. No ruins, nothing. Couldn't find them, so...
So ruined, it's not there.
But enjoy your walk anyway, lads. Ta-ra. So lots of people love to walk along here because it's a nice walk through the trees. You're in nature and it's nice and quiet. And obviously the burn's over there at the moment, but you come back towards it when it comes around this S-bend where the sturdy bridge is. So all these trees that are down, these are the ones that had the red spray paint on them to mark them off as getting cut down because they're clearing space in the pathways to widen them. So there's a few trees got not doing. There's another way you can go up to meet the top path going up there, look. And the top path comes down over there. So if you wanted to cut up there, just to change your path. But you can still see the red dots of spray paint on the trees that they were going to be cutting down. There's another one here just at the edge of the path. Yeah, so dotting each of these three here because they're probably dead and going to fall away anyway, so they're going to be cutting them down. So every now and again the Forestry Commission guys must come along here and just check out to see which trees are going to be possible danger to the public that dying and going to fall away anyway next wind we get. Right, so there's that sturdy bridge I'm coming up against now. So you've got to go up and round past it. Oh, more tea drink. Oh. So it's nice to get out instead of in. Get rid of your gas. Like I say, if I wanted to change out now and do a different walk instead of going back the same way as I've come in, I could cross this bridge here and go up the stone steps and follow the path going up on a 45-degree angle right at the top, then just take the main track all the way back down to Ovington. But there's nothing nice to look at there, it's just a muddy, wide path, like where horses come up and it's all clarty muddy. but nothing to see. There's no sound of water, so I like to stick close to the burn. And this is what you hear and see. So as you can see, there's solid stone ramparts that this bridge is sitting on, like half rounded on that side and that side. Solid. Right, so like I say, there's your stone steps that go up and then bend round to the left, and then it's just the path just goes up and 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 up on that slope. So it can be quite tough on the legs getting up there. And if it's been raining and it's all slippy mud and it's on a slope, it's murder getting up there. So I'll give it a miss. I'll just go back along here towards the well and the weir. Just continue straight on. Right, so that's looking back to the bridge, and where the pathway bends round to the left, and obviously the stream bends round to the left as well. It goes round an S-bend, then goes back to the far side where I was sorting those two lads. When I was coming down and along the top path up there, coming down here, look across to here and see this main path again from up there. And this used to be the campsite where they had logs in a square. They had a fire pit just here where this big boulder is. There are a couple of pheasants up there at the top. Right, let's get back along. Right, back down towards where the well and the weir is. I can see the weir down there to the right, where the water drops down over about a 4-foot slope wall of cobblestones joined together to make the weir wall. Right, here's these planks at the side of the pathway again that are pointed out on the way along here. There's a huge boulder that's brought away from this wall. just here where this tree is. It must have been here and just broke away a few years ago, and it's just settled there ever since. Right, so you can see where the water's running over the weir now, over the cobblestones. You see where people scramble down there to get a closer look and go down to the bottom, past this big boulder. Right, there's the well straight ahead. So drop down over the step down here. Oh, you're going to trip over. Right, so I'm back to where I went down to stand on top of that rock to look over the way. Look, you can see all the water going straight down the ramp and dropping down 18 inches at the bottom of it. I mean, when you're on that side of the burn coming back down that side, there's a lot of the burn that you don't see from over there because the pathways are either too high up or just inaccessible to get close to the water's edge. And that's another reason why I like to walk this side, both directions, because you can get pretty much close to the water's edge a lot on this side, more accessible. But when you're on that side, you're just using different pathways to go back. But eventually it ends up taking you right up to meet the top track, which is just plain and simple. It's just a straight walk along, nothing good, nice to see. So it depends on what kind of walk you want to do basically. But I always like to be as close to the water's edge as possible. Listen to the trickle in the water going over the rocks now. That's more therapeutic to me and more enjoyable. Right, so I'm going to take my hand away from my camera crocodile clips now. I'm not going to try and lift it up, and I'm just going to record from this point on just to see where it's pointing at. I'll adjust it on the shoulder straps again, pull it down a little bit, and then just let it settle. And then when I'm walking along without the dog pulling us so that my chest harness gets pushed around, I'll just see what's recording for future reference. It should be pretty much all around view, but I just want to make sure. So I'm comfortable where I'm not walking along constantly having to lift up my camera. Since I bought these 3 crocodile clips and put them behind the chest pad itself, the chest pad is like pointing slightly upwards, so my recordings are getting more and more of the whole left, right and up and down as well, to film the pathway where I'm walking on, to show you what the pathways are like, as well as the sky, weather. Now all these leaves are covering this is like usually muddy circles of mud that you end up having to go around, like this one here in a bit of a dip. But because there's rains stopped now, they're not as bad as they normally are, and the leaves are soaking up a lot of the mud, so when you're walking over the top of it, you're just walking on top of the leaves really, not mud. But this is one big patch here, look, where I normally go around these thin skinny trees to get past this big patch now, where I'm walking now. I'm just going to keep to the outside edge of it to get past. Like I say, most of the mud's getting soaked up, and when it's stuck on my boot, it'll dry up. Another place dogs can go down and get a drink.